Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I believe in dragons. And if you walk in endless forests like this one, every day, every time you discover something new. I've never been in this forest, in this side of the forest, so I'm trying to search for where I have to go, actually, to be honest. And I love this, that I just don't know where I have to go. It's a hobby of mine to get lost in the woods and to get where your spirit is lost as well, where you can get out of your body and where you just are alone with the spirits and with your dragon and with your mind and no humans around. And that is why I'm doing this, why I'm getting lost in the woods. And I want to tell you something else about the Dragon's Path, and maybe also controversial, anyways, with most people who believe in the religions. And that is, I found out also something new on my path, and that is a few months ago, my grandmother was passed away, and I had to go to the church, and I was, oh my goodness, this felt so heavy. It felt like I was not supposed to enter the forest. Not the forest, I mean, sorry, I was distracted by a strange animal that was going up the tree over there. Yeah, I'm easily distracted. But I want to say that I discovered it. That what was hurting me. There was something inside of this building that was just, I couldn't stand it. I had to go out of the church to save my own skin. I mean, when I was out of the church, I saw my skin, and everything was red, everything burned, and it was when I was going out of the church, it was like it was such a relief that I was out of there. And what was it? I found out what it was that was hurting me. And it seems that a church has this smoke, this kind of sage. It's a very pagan ritual that is still used in churches. But it's to, I believe it's to chase away the evil spirits. Well, there is something you need to know about my dragon. My dragon is also dark energy, so a dark energy will be uh, will flee away. I mean, they cannot stand this smell, and sometimes when you do sage, I never do this again. The dragon, they you might feel bad when this happens, but it's not in every case. It's in some cases, and my dragon has quite some dark energy, especially my dragon goddess Tiamat has as equal dark as light. So this darkness is immediately infected by this smoke that is made to chase away evil and so-called evil, by the way. But I don't call it evil. It's darkness, and darkness is being chased away. I don't want to chase my dragon away. I was chased away out of that church because I couldn't breathe anymore. Uh, you would this would be actually seem like a scene from The Omen, where a Satan boy, the son of Satan, is also approached a church and he went insane. It's something like that. It felt bad to be there. It's like I entered through a wall when I entered a church. And then, if I can continue to yeah, go against the crowd. Um, I see in my book of Dragon Shadows that I have multiple dreams of a dragon called himself Lucifer. A brown dragon, so I write, a brown dragon that was constantly speaking to me, and that I was surprised to see him, while my guardian stands in the middle of us, staring at us, staring at me, staring at this dragon who calls himself Lucifer. And we continued to talk, and actually felt like a very loving dragon. It didn't seem like the devil he claimed to be, but that is also the thing. Um, he didn't claim that. The humans might have called him that. But what is true? Was this just a dream or was this a vision? I mean, it was so realistic. So I cannot enter a church uh, without getting burned in my neck. And I met Lucifer. What kind of a path do I take? Uh, in this would be controversial with how we are raised. There are some things even that my book of Dragon Shadows said that Lucifer himself learned me, taught me. And that is something that I often repeat to you, actually. I'm so sorry. It's true. But I shouldn't laugh at this because it's very, very realistic, very, very real. It happened very real. I mean, um, that was that I shouldn't be led by society, that forget everything you know or everything that you think you know. All you need is your instinct and your own gut to find out what is dark and what is light for yourself. Because and I said it from a book that I have, my dragon book that I always write in for every event that happens, that the Lucifer was also teaching me the ways of releasing myself from others so that I can be myself and that I can walk on the dragon's path alone and secure, and that I cannot lie for myself anymore, and that I shouldn't take the morals of the human inside of the dragon's path, that everything that you do there is like a rebirth. Like I said, we talked a lot, and that is the strange part. I remember every conversation. I remember every topic. I mean, it was so real. But it's what I could say is Christianity. It seems, or the devil. I mean, it's not the devil. It's not the devil. It seems like a dragon, a very beautiful even dragon. Um, just more like, yeah. It's like, yeah, the story of the apple of the tree. You have to think for yourself. Think for yourself. Don't let others think for you. That is the greatest actually message that the brown dragon that claimed to be Lucifer said to me. He is actually that many people can disagree with me and say, he's deceiving you, he's lying, he's the master of deceiving and lying. But why should he do that? It seemed that, like, when he was talking, he wasn't opening his mouth. It was just coming in my mind, and that is how dragons communicate more of the time in the dragon realms through us. I mean, inside of us, they go inside of our head. They are watching you, and they will talk to you while their mouth remains shut. Sometimes they open it, but this was not the case. That could seem very controversial, that I base some morals on the things that I have dreamt of dragons, that say what I need to do, not what I have to do, but what I need to do, what I can do on my path. Even if it seems controversial for humanity, this is how I base my path on. It seems like my dragon, was waiting for the communication to be over, because somewhere he knows that it's a wise dragon with wisdom that he wanted to share with me. And when the conversation stopped, so the dream stopped. And it felt very good the day after it. I felt very, very well. I felt very good. Because every time when I dream about a dragon, it's like, wow, feels so good. And I remembered it. I wrote it down. It's like a few years ago. Yeah, it's quite some time ago. And then, yeah, the dragon always always repeated what this dragon said. Of course, I know, and I already know what the comments are for the people who believe in Jeebus. He's deceiving you. He's lying. He is a snake with all. He's the lord of lies and of flies. But it doesn't seem like that. And there is something you need to know on the dragon's path. Dragons cannot keep a secret from you. They cannot just hide something from you. You read them like they read you. They cannot hide it. And the thing was, this dragon wasn't hiding any bad intentions, even though I could feel the darkness within. But then again, there is always a darkness within me. But he was more like a bringer of light, a protector of light, even though you need the darkness in order to protect the light. That is more what I could sense from him. I even wrote it down on my book of Dragon Shadows. Very misunderstood, the dragon is, as Yoda could say. It's a shame that humans are just like puppets, just like robots. The other one has to think for the other. No one is actually free. If I had to believe this Christian stuff, then yeah, I said in the beginning when that is also my book, I'm not a Satanist. I'm not a Satanist. This is not. I only worship dragons, not devils. And then Lucifer, the dragon, said, I am not a devil. I am not 100% dark. And actually, that was a moment that he starts to anger a bit, because I was holding on this thought that I was raised up with, that he was evil. But he is so sick of that, he seems to be sick of that, especially for the ones that has draconic energies. Should understand why people misunderstand so much that is different from them. Your dragon is also misunderstood. Your dragon, I'm sure of it, that your dragon is misunderstood by almost everyone. And that is the same thing with other energies. And why is this Lucifer in the shape of a dragon? Seems like, yeah, I don't know. Was it shape-shifting? It felt like a dragon. Felt the energy was so draconic, so much that it was equal to my dragon guardian. Yeah, so actually his message was, think for yourself, be free of other people, don't let them think for you. On your path, forget all you know, or the things that you think you know. All you need is your instincts. Quote Lucifer in my dream. My brothers and sisters,